Cradle of Filth is currently planning out the release of their new album for Roadrunner Records, Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder, which is set to drop in October. The follow-up to Thornography is a throwback to the early stylings of the band, and thematically, singer-songwriter Danny Filth said that it's based on the life of serial killer Gilles De Rais. Filth talked about discovering the story of De Rais.
I stumbled across Gilles De Rais because I'd made similar notes when I was writing for Cruelty and the Beast about Elizabeth Bathory, who was another notorious medieval serial killer. And the two stories kind of cross-collateralize. They have similarities, so if you investigate one, you always find references to the other. So I'd made all these notes anyway, and I remember at the time thinking that would make a great album, but because we'd just done one that was similar, I just left it on the back burner. And so there I was, struggling to think of an idea, and it just sort of, I looked at it and just went, this is perfect, this is in more ways a more fascinating story than that of Elizabeth Bathory, because despite it being older in time, you'd think there'd be less references, but because he was a Grand Marshal of France, fought alongside Joan of Arc, there's a lot of, well, for example, there's all the trial records that are still available, and I mean, they still have pageants in parts of France, especially around where his castles are situated in the Loire Valley, etc.
Danny talked about how seeing Joan of Arc burned alive changed De Rais.
I mean, he went from being very pious and being like literally the most pious man in the whole of France, the wealthiest, to after Joan of Arc was burnt alive, he started trafficking with demons and invoking the name of Baron and Satan and murdering children and assaulting, the work from the most puritanical to the most satanical.
The band will tour in support of the album in December with Moonspell, Septic Flesh, and Esray. At the beginning of 2009, they'll tour it with Satyricon.